On today's Tech Help for Churches, podcast host for video podcasting. Hi, and welcome again to another episode of Tech Help for Churches. This is the show where every week I help you with new media, social media, the internet, well, just the web for your church. My name is Paul Allen Clifford, and I'm your host. And I'd love for you to join the conversation and leave your question, so just do that below the video. If you're listening to the audio podcast, though, there's no video to do it below, so just head over to trinitydigitalmedia.com/THFC for Tech Help for Churches, and that'll help you out as well. So, I've been podcasting for over 10 years now, and it used to be that video podcasting was just so prohibitively expensive that it just wasn't worth doing. And about that time, we got YouTube. And if you remember from previous episodes, YouTube really isn't great for a video podcast host because it doesn't allow you to do the one thing you really need to do, and that is have a downloadable video. So, how do you get past this problem? Well, first, what you don't want to do is you don't want to use your web host. First off, you're not going to get any kind of meaningful, good stats from that. Secondly, you're betting against your own success. With audio, maybe they'll let you slide, but I just want you to consider this. If your web host claims that they're okay with unlimited usage, do you think they would be okay if Google said, oh, well, you're okay with unlimited usage, we'll totally pay the $3 a month and we'll just put all our stuff on your server? You think that would work? Yeah, me neither. So when they say unlimited, I don't think they actually mean unlimited. They mean for this kind of site that would use this kind of server, we think unlimited is you can use as much as you want up to this point, and most people aren't even going to touch it. So if you touch it and you do that frequently, you're going to run into a problem. So that's the first thing that I would suggest for you, is that is probably a big mistake. Now, are there free services that you can use? Yeah. Archive.org, who their basic mission is they're trying to be the Library of Alexandria. They're trying to have content from all over the web, and they don't care what it is, but they're really not designed to be a podcast host. Can you use them for podcast hosting? Yes. Should you? Maybe not. So I do want to mention them because they're a good organization and they're always trying to get the word out about what they can do. But it's not the case that they are really the right system for you. So keep that in mind. Secondly, you could go with the paid option. You might be tempted to do Amazon S3, and Amazon S3 is a paid system that Amazon runs, and it's very, very inexpensive to start out. So I think I've got 4 or 5 hours worth of video up there, and my monthly bill is like 30 cents. So you might be thinking, well, that's perfect. It is perfect, unless you get popular. If you get popular, your 30 cents can become $5, $20, $50. It can just skyrocket from there. So it's very inexpensive if you're not popular. If it's the case that you don't have a big audience or you don't put up a lot of videos, things like that, very inexpensive. Now, it's not easy to use. Keep that in mind. It's not super easy to use. They're always working on it, but they use a non-standard system, so you've got to get your mind around, okay, I was looking for a folder, but I need a bucket. I just wanted to FTP this in there, and I need a special Chrome plugin to do that instead. You know, there's some stuff that you have to get past with Amazon S3, but it is an option. So you've got to set that up specifically. You're going to pay for it, and it might be very inexpensive, but over time it might get very expensive. So that's the pluses and minuses on that. Now, this last one is one that I'd heard of before for audio podcasting, but it seems like they're really making it super attractive for video podcasting, and that is Podbean, Podbean.com. Podbean, they're fine as an audio host. They don't have the best stats, especially on the super cheapo hosting. But when it comes to video, they do provide the stats as far as I understand, and they've got an unlimited video podcasting option. Now, I first heard of this through one of the podcasts that I listened to. He started doing video podcasting, and he said, oh, and I use Podbean, and it's only $18 a month. Now, if you're used to web hosting prices, you might think, well, we pay $3 a month. But keep in mind that this is designed specifically for video. So what you're going to run into is they have an unlimited upload. So if you have 4 or 5 services a month that you want to upload in their entirety, go right ahead and do it. As far as I can tell, that's fine. Unlimited bandwidth. If you want to have people download those through a client, through a podcasting client like the iTunes podcasting client or one of the others, then it can do that. And you'll not be paying extra. So you're not going to get a surprise bill when you get mentioned in the local television. You're not going to get a surprise bill when people go out on vacation and they download the video podcast of church instead of watching the live stream because they were sleeping or doing something else that day. So I think it really provides you some flexibility, and from what I can tell, it's just a great deal. If you like this content, I think you'd like my email newsletter, so head on over to trinitydigitalmedia.com/gifts, GIFTS, and there you can pick up a church tech gift along with a free subscription to my email newsletter. You also would probably like some of the great resources I've created in the store. So head over to trinitydigitalmedia.com/store, and there you can find my book on podcasting. You know, since I've been doing it for over 10 years, I did write a book on it, book on Twitter, book on serving, etc. Also my video class, which you can get, but if you're going to pay for the video class, you would probably be better off by joining Church Tech U, because it's in Church Tech U, and you can pay for that 1 month at a time, or you can pay for it a year at a time and save you some money, and you'd get all this other content as well, along with the community of church tech and creative people discussing issues and how we can help each other. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford with TrinityDigitalMedia.com. Go out and change eternity.